858 days or 29 months. That's how long the Manipur conflict has been going on for. On 3rd May 2023, violence gripped the state as clashes erupted between the Meitei and the Kuki-Zo community. This came after a Manipur High Court order in April 2023 which recommended a scheduled tribe status to the Meiteis. An ST status could help Meitei secure government jobs and education. The Kukis and other tribal groups opposed this, saying that the already dominant Meiteis would have a larger say if they were given an ST status and that the tribal groups in the hills would be marginalized. 260 people have died since 2023, thousands have been injured, and nearly 60,000 people have been displaced. And finally, if reports are to be believed, Prime Minister Narendra Modi has found time to visit the state of Manipur. Found time from his glitzy foreign visits, where he is seen hugging foreign leaders and even holding election rallies in India. He's finally found the time to visit the northeastern state. The preparations are on in Manipur for this visit. Top officials are meeting different stakeholders to ensure that the visit goes through without any hiccups. The Congress says that this proposed and rushed trip of the Prime Minister is an insult to the people of Manipur. Hello and welcome. I'm Shubham Chauhan. Let's get started. So Prime Minister Modi is likely to visit the state of Manipur. Although an official confirmation is awaited from the Prime Minister's office, preparations on ground are on in full swing. Reports say PM Modi's visit could happen as early as the 13th of September. So accordingly, arrangements are being made. The Imphal airport is being beautified, their interiors are getting a fresh coat of paint, the roads are being done up, the dividers are being painted, all set to welcome the Prime Minister for his first visit since 2023. Yesterday, Governor Ajay Kumar Bhalla held a meeting on this proposed visit of the Prime Minister at the Raj Bhavan in Imphal. In attendance were 23 out of a total of 32 BJP MLAs. These included former Chief Minister of Manipur N. Biren Singh and the Manipur Chief of the Bharatiya Janata Party, A. Sharda Devi. Additionally, Manipur's DGP, Chief Secretary and other bureaucrats were present. This meeting lasted for about 40 minutes at the Raj Bhavan and the Governor's message was clear. Ensure that the Prime Minister's visit is peaceful. The Governor is believed to have told the MLAs to also spread the message in their respective constituencies and to avoid any disturbance during the course of this visit by the Prime Minister. In fact, a BJP MLA present at the meeting at Raj Bhavan was quoted saying, "The Governor asked us to see that there is a peaceful atmosphere and the PM returns happy. Not only the people of Manipur, but the whole country wanted him to visit the state." So what does the Prime Minister's tentative schedule look like? The Indian Express reported this morning that PM Modi is likely to visit two places. One is Churachandpur, which is a Kuki-Zo majority area in the hills, and the other is Manipur's capital city of Imphal, which is dominated by the Meitei in the valley. In Churachandpur, preparations are being made at the Peace Ground, which is reportedly to host about 9,000 people. And in Imphal, the Kangla Fort is being renovated and preparations are on to have grand makeshift dais. The Prime Minister is likely to address a gathering at both these places in Churachandpur and in Imphal. Reports say PM Modi is also likely to interact with those who have been internally displaced in the northeastern state of Manipur, the ones who have had to pay a huge price over the last 2 years. The Governor Ajay Bhalla reportedly told the BJP MLAs that no one would be allowed to sit on the dais with the PM except for Governor Bhalla himself. For all MLAs, a separate VIP enclosure would be made at the venues where the Prime Minister is likely to speak. Now, there's no word so far on whether there will be a separate meeting between Prime Minister Modi and the MLAs of Manipur. If reports are to be believed, PM Modi could also announce a special rehabilitation and relief package for the state of Manipur. But all of that aside for the moment, remember, if Prime Minister Modi visits, this will be his first since ethnic violence broke out in Manipur in 2023. PM Modi has only made a brief yet vague mention about Manipur both in 2023 and that was in Delhi. On both occasions, Prime Minister Modi has called for peace in the state. Nothing beyond that.
इस लोकतंत्र के मंदिर के पास खड़ा हूं तब मेरा हृदय पीड़ा से भरा हुआ है, क्रोध से भरा हुआ है। मणिपुर की जो घटना सामने आई है, किसी भी सभ्य समाज के लिए ये शर्मसार करने वाली घटना है। पाप करने वाले, गुनाह करने वाले कितने हैं, कौन है, वो अपनी जगह पे है, लेकिन बेइज्जती पूरे देश की हो रही है। 140 करोड़ देशवासियों को शर्मसार होना पड़ रहा है। मैं सभी मुख्यमंत्रियों से आग्रह करता हूं कि वे अपने राज्य में कानून व्यवस्था को और मजबूत करें, खास करके हमारी माताओं बहनों की रक्षा के लिए कठोर से कठोर कदम उठाएं। घटना चाहे राजस्थान की हो, घटना चाहे छत्तीसगढ़ की हो, घटना चाहे मणिपुर की हो, इस देश में, हिंदुस्तान के किसी भी कोने में, किसी भी की राज्य सरकार में राजनीतिक वाद विवाद से ऊपर उठ करके कानून व्यवस्था का महात्मा, नारी का सम्मान, और मैं देशवासियों को विश्वास दिलाना चाहता हूं, किसी भी गुनहगार को बख्शा नहीं जाएगा। कानून अपनी पूरी शक्ति से, पूरी सख्ती से एक के बाद एक कदम उठाएगा। मणिपुर की इन बेटियों के साथ जो हुआ है, इसको कभी माफ नहीं किया जा सकता है।
Other than that, the Modi government has also come under fire for not being able to contain one of the worst phases in Manipur, of the most violent phases in Manipur. The Chief Minister, N. Biren Singh of the BJP, only resigned in February this year after much outrage. A leader from the Meitei community, Biren Singh was accused of being biased and deliberately favoring the Meiteis and fueling this conflict further. The state has been under president's rule since the resignation of N. Biren Singh. The sharp Kuki-Meitei divide has hit the BJP as well, with the factionalized BJP failing to form a united government after the resignation of Biren Singh. For instance, in May this year, 10 NDA MLAs met Governor Ajay Bhalla at Raj Bhavan, staking claim to form a government. This group claimed the support of 44 MLAs in total. Of the 10 MLAs present at Raj Bhavan, 7 were from the BJP, 3 from its ally NPP, that is the National People's Party, and 1 was an independent. Now, there have been a couple of such attempts being made to form a proper government in the state, but all these efforts have failed, and Manipur continues to remain under president's rule without a proper state government in place. As for Biren Singh, the Manipur tapes brought fresh trouble for him. An alleged call recording of the former chief minister went viral. There, he purportedly took responsibility for igniting the violence in the state of Manipur, among other aspects. A forensic analysis by Truth Labs found that there was a 93% probability that the voice in the leaked tapes was that of Biren Singh. On the 5th of May, a bench headed by then Chief Justice of India, Sanjeev Khanna, asked the state government to file a fresh report on the matter. In that hearing, it opened the sealed cover report of the CFSL, which is the Central Forensic Science Laboratory, which was submitted by Solicitor General Tushar Mehta, and asked him to seek instructions from the state officers on this investigation. Last month, that is in August, the Supreme Court questioned the state government for not placing on record a fresh forensic report on these leaked audio clips. A bench comprising Justices Sanjay Kumar and Satish Chandra Sharma questioned the state government's lawyer over why this wasn't done, over why the delay. When the state's counsel said that the FSL report had not come, an angry Supreme Court questioned how long would this take, saying that this cannot go on endlessly. In a nutshell, a lot has happened and the BJP has been quiet for much of this period. They've not gone beyond the odd call for peace here and there. And of course, the biggest criticism of them all has been the fact that Prime Minister Narendra Modi has not found time to visit the state of Manipur all these months. The BJP and Modi government is hoping to change it with this proposed visit of the Prime Minister. In fact, in the lead up to that, the Union Home Ministry has ticked 2 key boxes. One is getting the Kuki insurgent groups to extend the suspension of Operations Pact by 1 year. And the second is to ensure a free movement on a stretch of National Highway number 2, which is connecting Imphal and Dimapur in Nagaland. Let's look at the SOO Pact first. It involves 3 parties: the Centre, the Manipur government, the Kuki National Organization, and the United People's Front, or UPF. Now, both these groups, KNO and UPF, represent 24 insurgent groups comprising Kuki-Zo, Zomi, and Mars. This agreement came into being in August 2008 with the aim of ending hostilities. The pact talked about dialogue with the tribal armed groups in the state of Manipur and gradually bring an end to insurgency in the state. The key points of this pact include militants ceasing violence, dropping arms, following Indian laws, and confining themselves to designated camps where their weapons would be locked and monitored. Those staying in these camps would be given a stipend of 6,000 rupees per month. In return, security forces would not launch any operations against these signatories as long as the terms and conditions of this SOO were followed. Now, this pact had to be renewed every year. In 2023, this agreement lapsed as Maitis reportedly objected to it amidst the ongoing conflict. So once the conflict began, this SOO pact was not renewed. That has now been renewed ahead of the proposed visit of the Prime Minister. Among the key changes in the renewal include bringing down the number of SOO camps. You see, as of 2024, there were 14 camps in all with a total cadre of 2,181 people. Now it has been agreed to bring this number of camps down to just 10. The print reported that the centre has proposed to transfer the 6,000 rupee stipend directly to the accounts of individual cadres, provided they were present in the camp at the time of monthly inspection by the Central Security Forces. So that was one pact, one agreement, whose renewal is being seen as a step towards peace. The second is the normalization or the free-flowing nature of the NH2. Now, one thing that the 2023 conflict did was to sharpen the divide between the Meiteis and the Kuki. And these areas, Meiteis stay in the valley primarily and the Kukis stay in the hills. Due to the conflict, the free movement of people and goods was hampered because of blockades. And such were the tensions that a person from one community could not afford to go to a place dominated by the other community. The Modi government, especially after President's rule was imposed, has been pushing to ensure all of them, so-called blockades, so that all the highways, the key highways are free and there is a free movement happening. Now the MHA announced that this has been sorted out after speaking with the concerned stakeholders. So what should one expect from Prime Minister Modi's proposed visit? If it happens, it would be a welcome step, although a little too late. 2 years late to be precise. One visit won't change things overnight. The Modi government would have to do much more than just a 3-hour visit by the Prime Minister. And that would involve speaking to the people of Manipur, hearing the voices of Manipur, and having a state government in place and gradually ensure that there is peace in this northeastern state. And that is where lies the biggest challenge for the Modi government. That's all we have for this report though. Thanks for watching.